Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we're going to do a Sydney Grace Sunday and we're going to use this, the Tiny Marvels, and I'm going to be using two favored palettes from me this month, both from Sigma. This one I bought, this one was sent to me, and we're going to create this face. We're going to talk about lousy babysitters, and here's a warning. If you have little children, please don't let them watch this video. Because of a story that I tell, I'm not cussing or anything bad. It's just something that if you have little kids, I don't want them to see, okay? There, that warning's out of the way. And if you want to see how we did this look, then just keep watching. Judging by how many times this thing has sold out and come back in stock, I'm gonna say enough of you have it that we can just go ahead and use it. Seems like every time I want to use this palette on screen, I look and it's out of stock. But if you do decide to go get some Sydney Grace, if you use the code Glitzy Fritzy, it's either, I'll put the code below. I can't remember what it is. I don't earn any money from it, but you save 15%. So on a $52 palette, that could save you some money, right? Yes, every day that works. I've got on my favorite spring shirt, and I love this shirt a lot more since I lost weight. It used to be really tight, and I would be self-conscious of it, but it's more loose now, so I really love it in the spring, and we're going to go for a peachy kind of look. Yeah, so get your Glitzy Fritzy Essential Eye Set, which is also back in stock for the 5th time now, guys. For the 5th time. What, you guys are like trying to set a record, right? For the most insignificant YouTuber. Did I say that? Okay, what I meant is the smallest channel that keeps selling out makeup brushes. That's you. That's you guys. Anyway, I thank you. Thank you so much, because I think it's quite a testament for mature beauty, which obviously I am. Did you know I'm 59? All right, so I have got this concealer right here on my lids, ready to go, and I use my Huda powder on there. If it's Huda, I don't know, who cares? And yeah, let's just get right in here. Want to? Well, you know I'm gonna go with Flutterby first. Did you see what I just did? I just went like that, and look how much is on there. This is my E25, by the way, and let's just get it right in there. Want to? Get right in there. Now, here's a little tip. Sometimes I like to do this, where I will put the mirror down here and I'll be looking down in the mirror. So my eyelids are completely open, but like I'm looking down so I can see the top of my eye, which is where? Where I always tell you to go, right there at my orbit bone. These are some pigmented, beautiful eyeshadows, and I love them. I love my Sydney Grace eyeshadows because they pop so much, but and this palette doesn't typically have fallout, so you're kind of safe going ahead and doing the rest of your makeup first and then doing your eyes if you want, but however you want to do it, just do that. All right, yeah, party. You could stop with this one shade. Boy, that'd be a look, wouldn't it, though? It'd be like, okay, Sydney Grace Sunday. Done. I just used this one shade. But you could. You absolutely could. You know what that would do? That would make your mascara look like because you'd have no eyeshadow to compete with. But this is going to be not a dark look, so the eyeshadow shouldn't have a problem showing up. Not that. Of course the eyeshadow is going to show up. The mascara shouldn't have a hard time competing with this look, is what I mean to say today. Do you hear the birds? I opened the window. Do you hear the air just kick on? Because it's a little warmer outside than our air is set for. But I want to hear the birds. I'll probably get up in the middle of this and go shut the window. Did I tell you guys the bird story? I can't remember. One of these days, I'm going to forget everything that I've told you. I'm going to be telling you stories again. The same story again. I can't remember if that was a video that got trashed or if I actually told you the story about the bird's nest that was right outside this window and how the birds fell out of the nest. And anyway, okay, now I'm going to take my E35 and just lighten it up, especially over here because my uneven eyes are showing. Seems like I'm always fighting between Meadowhawk and Marvel, but I'm probably going to use Marvel. That's probably what I'm going to do. Or I could put Meadowhawk down and put Marvel over it. Why not? Okay, let's take a little bit of Meadowhawk and we'll lay that down. I'm just going to kind of scooch it on my lids with my E55. Yeah, that's really peachy. That's just peachy. Oh, that's so pretty. Just that little bit of shine. I've got a little bit of fallout here from this because I wasn't very careful. So it's a good thing we didn't go ahead and do our makeup first. Now I'm going to come into Marvel and let's bring it. Yeah, this is what always happens. I love Meadowhawk, but then when I get Marvel in there, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry I have betrayed you. I love you too much because it's so bright. I still say, though, that Web in here is the brightest color. Let's use it in the inner tear duct. Want to? I still say that Web is the brightest color I've ever used. I don't know that I've got a color brighter than that. Let's get the E46 and get some Web. And put that right there. Oh, I love you. I love you so much. Who am I saying that to? Well, you, of course. Okay, so that's how that would look if I didn't take my finger into Marvel. You knew I was going to do that, didn't you? Yes, you did. Tell the truth. Don't you lie. Don't you lie to me. You knew I was going to do that. Oh yeah, take a look at that and tell me, what have I done for you lately? That's what I did for you. E36 into, should I? Should I? Yeah, now we gotta. Oh, look at that. We're gonna come into Spider. And that's Circle Spider right out here on the outside. It's like we're coloring in a coloring book. Circle, circle, circle. Little drama right there. That's what Bob Ross would be saying if he was in here today. He'd be like taking this brush and going, happy little drama. If you can have such a thing right there on the outside of the eye. We're not getting any gossipy or anything. We're just putting a happy little bit of drama right there. Circle. Yeah. And a little bit more. There you go. That's no goody two-shoes there. And now I'm going to squeeze that brush down and get some more of it. And right here. And we'll finish that in a little bit because I haven't got on my makeup yet. But I do just want to tie that in right there on the corner. Okay, you know what we got to do now? We got to take a baby wipe here and... Boy, I'm glad I didn't put on my makeup yet because I was a little sloppy today. We maybe might have come back to this in a little bit, but for now I'm going to take a little bit of my Lancôme concealer. Let's get a clean E46. That's why you need 2 sets of the... Actually, I've got like 10 sets. That's an exaggeration. I maybe have 6, though. Because when you like a brush and you use it every single time, you buy duplicates of it because you don't want to wash your brushes. Or if you're lazy like me, that's what you do. I'm not telling you to do that, by the way. I'm just explaining why I had another one to grab. What have you guys been up to lately? You know what? I have gone down the rabbit hole with Little House on the Prairie. I know. I mean, I woke up one day and went, I want to be in 1970 again. And I think me and Shy Guy are going to start on the Dick Van Dyke Show next. It's season 8. It's a Christmas episode. They all like get snowed in that little house. They all get snowed in that little house. And they're sharing their Christmas memories. Anyway, I thought it was hilarious because in this episode, Alonzo is talking about, what is it that Harriet keeps calling him? Harriet keeps calling him something. I can't remember what it is. I always wonder, how does she remember to say it like that? But she always says his name wrong. Last chance to stop watching this if you have little children in the room. But anyway, Manny, he's talking about when he discovered that there was no ho-ho-ho. Green giant. No. You know what I'm saying, right? Anyway, his brother tells him that the dad hides the presents in the barn. And I'm embarrassed to tell you that I was like 10 or 11 before I knew. My brother and my sister, they both knew, okay? Now, I can assure you that my brother told my sister. Maybe not. Maybe she told him too. But my sister is 9 years my junior. And that was the way I found out. And I do remember coming to my mom and dad because the kids at school would tease me. And I went to my mom and I said, is there a Santa? And she said, do you think there is? And I said, yes. And she said, then there is. I guess I just went right over that word then, okay, because that to me was confirmation from Mom that it was true. So yeah, I just went right on believing. And I defended this at school to the other kids because my mom and dad don't lie to me. And, and she didn't lie. I just didn't, I really wanted to believe it, right? She said, then there is. So anybody else would have picked up on that then, I guess, and come to the conclusion that if I want to believe that there is, there is. But not me. Nope. I took it as a confirmation that it was the gospel, and I stood by it to everybody. On Saturday night, Mom and Dad would go bowling, and they would leave me as the babysitter. When they started bowling on the league, they had a babysitter. Anyway, they were gone. I don't remember the circumstances for why we're discussing this, but my sister says something about the presents. I don't know if we were going to try to open them or what it was, but my sister is talking about the presents that are in the garage, and this leads to her telling me that, they're the Santa presents that are out in the garage. She lets me know under no uncertain terms that Mom and Dad are Santa. They trick us. They buy the presents, they wrap them up, they stick them out in the garage until the night before Christmas. Then they read us that book, light that candle that throws the angels up on the ceiling. We go to bed and open them. Now, she was advanced. I mean, her first word was a sentence. So, she could have been, 2, but I think she was 3. I don't know how old I was, but I was too old to believe this. Anyway, she tells me that the presents from Santa are wrapped in the garage. And my brother's like, and don't tell, because if you do, then Mom and Dad, there won't be a Santa anymore, and then we won't get double presents. I didn't believe them. They had to take me out to the garage and show me the presents. I'm going to go right up here in the corner and get this corally shade. But yeah, so that's how I found out that there was no Santa. Just like El Monzo, I was totally let down by my parents. My brother and sister were cruel and ended my... No, just kidding. Yep, I was that kid. If you told me, I was really naive. This was one of the things that Shy Guy fell in love with me over. If you listen to him, he'll tell you that. He'll say, because he loved that I was so naive and innocent, whatever. But the reason I was babysitting, I don't think I was 10. I think I was a little older. But I mean, I had been babysitting for short periods of time, you know, like we're going to go up to the grocery store or whatever. And I would watch, you know, or whatever. But full time, definitely. By the time that I was 13, I was watching other people's kids, and for long periods of time, my brother and sister. I don't think I'm going to contour my nose because I just did that with the bronzer. And I don't think it looks too bad. So I think we'll just stick with that. We had a babysitter. Actually, it was 2 sisters that were down the street. I can probably say their names, although one of them is really unique. I doubt very seriously you know them. Melvin and Vicky. Melvin and Vicky, are you watching? If you are, did you always wonder why Mom and Dad, no, I'm pretty sure they let you know, why you weren't going to watch their kids anymore? I remember that Melvin, she had long hair, and she loved to play Rod Stewart's Maggie May. She would play Rod Stewart's Maggie May over and over and over on my little 45 record player. She'd bring her records down. She had a whole bunch of them. But that was the only one that she ever wanted to play, was Maggie May, over and over and over. And we'd be like, can we play something else? You know, I don't know. Rubber Ball, Downtown, you know, whatever. I don't know what the particular songs were at that time, but I do know that I wanted her to play some of the other ones, and she wouldn't. She just, I don't know. Do you suppose that song meant something to her? I had a girlfriend one time give me the song and cried giving it to me like it would just meant everything in the world to her. It was Muskrat Love. Melvin and Vicky didn't do anything like bring boys down there, but they were on the phone from the time they left, and this is before call waiting, okay? So they're tying up the phone line, like what if my parents wanted to call and check or something? They wouldn't have been able to do it because they were on the phone with their boyfriends and stuff. But what were they doing that caused them to get into so much trouble? Well, I'll tell you. What would you do if you came home and you're under teenage, okay? Well, I don't know how old we are, like 9 or 10, something like that. And we're drunk. Okay. Yep. Melvin and Vicky liked to bring their Boone's Farm wine. These girls were not old enough to drink, but they had Boone's Farm wine, by gosh, and they liked to bring it down there. And then, how smart are they, okay? They gave it to us in the Flintstone glasses. Well, of course, you know, we're running around laughing and carrying on and still doing it by the time Mom and Dad get home, and they figured it out. Like, to this day, I keep thinking, how did they think they were going to pull that off? How did they think that my mom and dad were not going to know that their kids were loaded and where they got it? What did they think? A man ran in the window and just gave it to us like Bill Cosby's brother Russell? You tell me. Do you remember that skit? Me and my brother Russell? You know, I've got 3 lipsticks here and I just can't decide. I've got Revlon's, what is this one called? Let's get a look at it and see. I can never remember. I know the number's 410, but soft shell pink. And you know, to tell the truth, I like to wear soft shell pink right over the top of the next one that I have, which is Lancôme's Champagne. This is one of my most favorite Lancôme shades, and it's that one right there. And if you want to know the truth, I really like putting this one over the top of that one. Then there's this. I haven't worn this one in a while. It's Bobbi Brown's. Karen introduced me to this. Karen, this is sand wash pink. I always want to call it sandstone pink. And then, I just remembered. It Cosmetics Wish List would also go really well. So that's that one. Darkest to lightest is Wish List by It Cosmetics. Sand Wash Pink by Bobbi Brown. This is Lancôme's Champagne and Revlon's soft shell pink. I'm probably going to do my standby. I always do this. I always take Lancôme champagne and I put it down. I almost always do this. Then I take soft shell pink and peach it up a little. And I just love this combo with this shirt. I'm going to do my mascara, my eyeliner, fix my hair, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, I finished up with Death Moth underneath my eye, and I used the Lancôme Cils Booster XL with Definicils on top. And that's how I finished my look. Tell me below 2 things. Did you manage to ever get this palette? I'm just curious whether or not everybody has it or not. And 2, did you have abusive babysitters? Ones that were immoral? No. Anyway, if you guys don't know it, you're the best part of the Fritzy family. And if you're not having a blessed day, you can get one by going and being a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
I'm taking this philosophy now. You know what? I must be lying. Look at my nose. Boingy, 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 boingy. It's really bouncy. Boom, 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 boom. My mom used to say, if your nose itches a lot, you must be lying. Was that what she used to say? That meant you were lying? No, when you forget what you were saying, it must have been a lie. I forget what this means. My nose itches today. But see, like I'm seeing lights. Butterfly-shaped specks of light are dancing before my eyes. Oh, because I have this pushed in too far. However you want to do it, just do that. How about that? How many times can we say that? Let's say that and some more. That. Sounds like a machine gun, right? Ooh. Let's put some more over here. This reminds me of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Have you seen that movie before? He's got that fork with his eyeball on it. I'm gonna just, cause I can rough it up. We'll get a little bit rough with you, yeah. Cause you're Sigma and you can take it. Shine bright like a Marvel palette. Shine bright like a Marvel palette. Let me pull you into my web. Get it? Web. I feel like Janet Jackson. I need to sing nasty. Nasty boys. Nasty shadow. Don't mean a thing. Yes, it does. It means everything. What have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? That. I did that for you lately. Boom. It had to have been on a Saturday night. Saturday, 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 Mom and Dad left. I didn't believe them. They had to take me out to the garage and show me the presents. I'm like Jerry Maguire. Show me the presents! Show me the presents! Show me the... I just belched all over you. I'm so sorry. I hate how that just flops out of your mouth like that. Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you. It's late September and I really should be back at school. I know I do, but I feel like being used. Oh, Maggie, you'd think I'd never forget the song. And what were they doing that got them in so much trouble? Drinking Boone's Farm wine. Oh, what? You are in jeopardy of losing your job this week.